How we doing, guys? My name is Apocalypse and this is a gameplay on the map Cargo. Yes, Cargo. Not many people tend to post the gameplays on this, so I thought I'd do one myself. I'm running the PDW with suppressor and I've also got the stock attachments on there. Now I do go 6946 on this game, which I know isn't the highest score, but the thing what I enjoyed about it was pretty much non-stop, and it was one of those games where you tend to feel a little bit invincible as you're playing. Now I have found that using the stock attachment on the submachine guns for me is an absolute must. The reason for that being is that it seems a lot of people avert themselves away from using the LT button on their controller. So that means a hip firing is aplenty, and if you like to ADS like me, on any given Sunday this is what I'll be using. And I was in fact a contair away from getting a triple swarm, but that third swarm was cock-blocked by one thing and one thing only. A very, very poor teammate. Yes, a teammate who has absolutely no reactions and, from what it looked like, no sense about understanding how the game works. And this is kind of what I wanted to talk to you today about. Parties. How important to you are parties? Now I don't mean the kind of parties that your best friend has thrown because his parents have gone away for the week and it's spring break. Spring break! Woohoo! So you walk around his house and take your alcohol-fueled punch and your hallucinogenic mushrooms. Not those kind of parties. I'm talking about the parties in the realms of gaming. Is it your own personal belief that you simply just can't play a game without being in a party? Or are you a lone soldier? Do you prefer to go it alone? Do you generally put yourself marked as offline and just want to see how it fares up with different kinds of people and personalities? You see, for me personally, I would say that I prefer playing in parties. The unfortunate thing about it is, with this game it doesn't really allow it too much. And I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's because of the connection issues, whether one person's connection is weaker than the other and it just affects everybody. I don't know. Now, the conclusions of most of those games are kind of amplified by how good your teammates actually are. And of course we know them as randoms, and randoms they seem to be, they live up to their name. It seems that most of the time when, particularly you're talking about skill-based matchmaking, it kind of insults me. Because most of the people I get put in a lobby with in a team are generally playing blindfolded, I believe. So if that's a reflection of my skill, then my feelings are a little hurt. But unfortunately the ratio of skill level from your teammates is detrimental to how your game is going to map out. Therefore, if your teammates are all cannon fodder and running into a lot of enemy fire and racking up score streaks for the enemies, then that's going to impose on your gameplay. Because all of a sudden when the enemy starts doing well, everybody gets this kind of sugar rush and starts running around like absolute raving madmen, and you're getting spawn trapped one after the other after the other. It's just fact. I don't know why that is, but that's how it goes. So for me, unfortunately, I find myself getting quite annoyed. So, with regards to this game, how did the teammate affect me? Well, basically I was charging around the map and doing rather well, and I think I went on a flawless 54 kill streak, until all of a sudden I passed this area where I got shot from. I turned around and looked, and there behind a forklift truck was an enemy head glitching. Now I had two options, because if I looked a little further to my left, there was a teammate staring directly at this gentleman. Now, because I'm the kind of person who wears his heart on his sleeve, I could have possibly left that kill for him to deal with, therefore rendering me unable to run around and carry on doing what I was doing best at that moment, and that's being an absolute bloody nuisance. But it didn't take me long to realise that this teammate had in fact probably fallen asleep on his controller, and it was down to yours truly to wipe up the mess. But that left me with a problem. When I turned around, they're directly behind me, coming from the direction that I was originally headed in. He shot at me, I did not have time to react, and thereon ends the story. So that leaves me to conclude that the teammate who left me to deal with that situation was probably facing the wall with his back to the television that he was playing on. Yes or no? Maybe just a player with no skill, no experience. So what would have happened if I was playing with the usual party that I do play with? I would have turned that corner, got shot at, had a little look, evaluated the situation, noticed my teammate who was peering around the corner and had just spotted him, and I could have left him to it and carried along my merry way. The people I play with in parties know how to game. And when you play in parties with people long enough, you get to understand how they play. You get to know their strengths, their weaknesses, and you get to understand the reliability of what they're going to do to help you achieve your goals. Some people I've played in parties with are pure objective players. They're not interested about their kill-death ratio, they just want to win. It's the win-loss ratio that's important to them. So when it comes to the crunch, you can guarantee that if there's a flag that needs taking, that's going to be your man. And the understanding is, while he's capping that flag, you either jump on it and help him, or you stand tall and proud and keep your eye down the high traffic area, making sure that nobody can creep up and pop one or two in his back. That is what is known as smart gameplay. The world of online gaming comes with this special camaraderie. The kind of camaraderie that if you've got a bunch of people who all know each other, the wit and banter becomes second nature. And even though you've never met these people, you could almost feel comfortable sitting in a club having a drink with them. Yet on the other end of the scale, when you've got the randoms, you can kind of picture yourself bouncing a wet fish off their head repeatedly, and make them admit to the error of their ways, and swear blind that they'll never do it again. But what I'm interested to know, guys, is what's your experience of playing with parties? Do you feel it beneficial to your game and the end result if you've got a few people that you know and understand their game types? Do you find it beneficial to the end result of the game if you understand how your skill sets work, particularly with yourself, but maybe more importantly with each other? Do you swear by the golden rule of "I've got your back"? And is it equally as important to you to know that somebody's got yours? Or maybe you enjoy playing on your own. Maybe you like to play in lobbies with randoms so you can probably just troll them or cause a little bit of conflict and some ruptions. Maybe it gives you an opportunity to meet new people and add them onto your friends list. Or maybe you suffer from one or two anger issues and this helps you to vent your spleen. I don't know. Let me know in the comments section if you can, please, guys. I'd love to know your feedback on this. Anyway, that's me just about wrapped up. I did want to finish off by thanking the mighty Yeousch for allowing me to post this video on their channel. It has indeed been an honour, so thank you to them for that. And I also wanted to thank you guys for watching this. Feel free to come over and check me out on my channel. Come on, push the boat out. You never know, you might just find you like it over there. I'll see you later, guys. Apocalypse done.